take a look. Okay, you see its color, its shape. Is it a boy or is it a girl? Well, if you said a boy, you're wrong. In fact, that's sort of a tricky question because amazingly, all mourning geckos are girls or females. And when they're born, they're equipped with eggs inside them. And that's called parthenogenesis. And it's a wonderful way for a creature like this to colonize other places because it only takes just one single gecko to begin a population. I think what we should do now is release this creature right back where we discovered her. There you go. And we'll continue our search for the mongoose. You know what's creating it? Well, if you want to see, we got to get a little closer. Come on, I got a surprise for you. It's going to be a long walk. This might take a while. All right, are you ready for your surprise? Here you go. And take a look behind me. It's actually a birthday party, really. Not for us, but for Mother Earth, because today, a brand new piece of landmass or terra firma has been born. It began high up in the hills, underneath the ground, as molten magma. All the pressure and heat caused it to be funneled out, and then exploded through the substrate. But waiting for this liquid earth was water, and it literally cooled it down into a solid. And perhaps, over time, after this stuff is stabilized, it just might become a brand new habitat that could possibly support wildlife. But let me tell you this, I don't care whose birthday it is, I ain't blowing out those candles. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, by the way, we're camping over there. We've just discovered a globally endangered species. Like many other marine turtle species, this creature belongs to a family we call Chelonidae. But unlike the other, well, guys, there it is. The lesser Indian mongoose. It's definitely on the hunt. The mongoose is not native to the Hawaiian Islands. It was actually introduced from India. That was its original home, and it was brought over in the late 1800s as a biological control agent designed to take on a nasty rat population that was... That guy will grow up to be as big and strong as these two. You know what? It looks like our expedition to this island paradise they call Hawaii has come to an end. But I hope you enjoyed our volcanic expedition and our discovery of that mischievous mongoose as much as I did. I think the most important lesson we learned here is that if we truly want to protect and eat...
Learn to speak the language of animals on Animal Planet.
We don't introduce new animals that just don't...
Not all times. And it's this man's mission to film all of them.
It's a jungle out there.
His journey takes him to the roof of the world.
Welcome to the land of the snow leopard.
Can he film this elusive creature?
Everything looks white. Nothing.
Great Cats of India, part of Wildcat Week, Monday the 17th.
Peering. Excited by an important mission known only to himself, the caiman Yakare races out of the underbush and plunges into the river. Through the depths, like a living torpedo. At other moments, he prefers to stroll, or even scramble along the river bottom. Yakare suddenly stops, motionless with fear. A black killer glides past, just a few feet ahead of him. It's the largest and heaviest snake in the world, the legendary anaconda. helix. The blossoms also nourish the howler. He's also a master builder. Tuiuyu's architectural genius will certainly one day be recognized by his future mate. But at present, it's time to get back to work and find the materials needed to finish his nest. At present, he's hollowing out the interior, his beak working back and forth like a jackhammer, activated by his powerful muscles. Abandons him. In the meantime,
crops, and they're a non-aggressive species. As soon as they're cornered, you can see what they do. They get grumpy and they spit. These reds are very quick. They're very motion orientated. Oh, man. You gonna run out of venom or what? I tell you what, you wouldn't want to take a bite. How much venom have they got? And he's spitting out around 10 feet, deadly accurate. It's just spraying me right in the face. Incredible. Oh, you grumpy little snake. Grumpy little snake. Okay, here we go. There you go, buddy, it's not so bad. He's starting to settle down now. You can see a beautiful band across his eye, just like a teardrop coming underneath his eye. That certainly helps his camouflage and that beautiful red coloration. Glorious snake, shiny, and they don't get a heck of a lot bigger than this. This would be considered a relatively large one. And now that I've got him, you can see I'm just letting him go through my hand. I'm not actually grabbing him, and he's settled down. His hood's gone down, and he's much more comfortable now. He thinks he's getting away. Look at this, I'll just move with him. He's looking good. You can tell when they're not as aggressive, when they let their hood go down. Very obvious. And all of the big mammals out here on the plains, in amongst these acacias, they know the cobra. They know the cobra well. And as soon as he sits up like that, they run. They run really quickly. Get out of the way. This is a cobra. I could be blinded by it, and they bolt. These reds are very quick as far as...
The spitting cobra's aim is deadly accurate. They squirt venom by spiraling it through their fangs to further enhance the trajectory and the accuracy.
I can't believe he's still got a whole heap of venom in there. Hang on, mate. Hang on, buddy. You're all right. Here he is. He's all right. Oh, he's coming back round then. Oh. Away he goes. Yes, spitting cobra, you beauty. How's the venom? Look at this. I got it all over me. And my eye's starting to get a shoot of pain in it. Doesn't matter how much I wipe it off, it's not going to get it all off. It's quite residual. There's a Maasai tribe up here. I'm going to head for there and see if I can get some water, and quickly. That's enough. I've gained myself a walking stick, spear, and a traditional Maasai colour. You beauty. I'm gonna look really good cruising through the savannah like this.
Wild. Oh, careful. Okay, you got it. It's a deep fault. I want to show you something. Look at this. Woo. Watch your step. We are standing on the edge of a dramatic fire pit, spewing out lava and sulfur. And if you look at the bottom, you'll see a crust of lava rock. And look right there. You can see actual sulfuric gas and acid just spraying out from the center of the earth. Now, this fire pit is an extension of a great volcanic system that's snaking underneath the ground that we're standing on top of. Now, here's a clue. The bird that we discovered earlier, the mongoose, that creature is only found on a group of islands in the Pacific Ocean. Where exactly? Well, to finish off this inquiry, we need our global positioning system. And it says, wow, we're in a chain of amazing islands, and we're on the biggest island in this chain, known as Hawaii. And the object of our expedition is to find a very crafty mammal known as a mongoose. What is a mongoose? The mongoose is a slender animal with a face like a rat, 4 short legs, and a tail as long as its body. The mongoose is oftentimes called the Hawaiian ground squirrel because when it's excited, its fur fluffs up. Well, friends, we're standing at a great caldera. It's about 400 feet deep, and it's the legendary home of Pele, the goddess of fire. Now, our Hawaiian expedition could be filled with lots of jeopardy and danger. So if we want to have a safe expedition, we need to make a traditional offering to this powerful goddess. She loves things that are red, so I've collected some of her most favorite things. These are ohelo berries, and hopefully we'll get her blessing. Ah! Run! This smooth-flowing lava is called Pahoehoe, and it flowed through here like a river in 1974, covering an area that stretched 20 miles across and over 300 feet deep. Pahoehoe vaporizes everything in its path, absolute destruction. But out of that destruction comes life. Eventually, seeds blow in the wind and they root and form new organisms like this tree. This tough tree is called Ohia lehuha, and it's a very important resource out here in the tough environment we call a lava flow. It produces those beautiful red blossoms up in its canopy. They're rich with nectar, and they're an important resource for insects and birds. Now, one type of bird is called the honey creeper. There's one type of honey creeper that loves to feed off the blossoms of this tree. It's called the apapani. That's it. That bird is the apapani. We can tell it's a honey creeper because of the sickle shape of its bill. You might find this hard to believe, but the ohia tree and the apapani bird are dependent upon each other for survival. The tree provides the bird with nutrition in the form of nectar, because after this bird finishes drinking from this blossom, it's then going to fly to another tree. And when it starts feeding from another blossom, it's going to spread pollen, promoting pollination, helping this tree to spread itself throughout the landscape. So I guess you could say that the apapani honey creeper and the ohia tree are perfectly made for each other. This volcano isn't so bad. Do you know what that was? It was a little tremor in the substrate beneath us. Not that I'm afraid of volcanoes, but let's head on downhill and take a look at that rainforest. Let's go. Wow. Look how dense the vegetation is. I kind of feel like I'm back in the time of dinosaurs with all these tree ferns making the shallow canopy. What is this? Look. Look at that. It's obviously a lizard, but there are only supposed to be skinks and geckos living here. Wait a minute. You know what this is? It's a Jackson chameleon. But Jackson chameleons only live in East Africa. You know what? This is an example of an alien species, and this one sure does look like an alien, that's naturalized itself here in Hawaii. Now you find these creatures living in the lush mountains of Africa, but we've got lush mountains here in Hawaii, and it's doing quite well.